All right, so let's get started for tonight's Power Hour. There's a lot of things we're going to do tonight, but first of all, I just want to go over a fact that I heard earlier today on a Power Hour from Jennifer Leith, and it was such a funny fact because it made me think of my husband immediately. And it's a study that's been going on since COVID, and it says that studies show that 70% of people have been waking up 10 minutes before they have to log in virtually. So it's so funny because my husband gets online every morning at 8:30 a.m. Like that's like their Zoom time for like their daily check-in. And I swear he rolls out of bed at 8:20 every morning and just rolls in. He has a shirt on, his underwear is just on the bottom, like no pants on, and he's going across the hallway into his office and just settling in for the day. And I'm like, it drives me insane because I'm like, how can you do that? Like, I have to like have my to-do list. I have to have some quiet time. Like, I have to have like my little routine, but he can just wake up and just
Uh-huh.
go across the hallway and like be ready for work. So what Jennifer Leith was saying is that when we don't have routines and we don't kind of have this area of life where we can just kind of settle in prior to just starting our day, we end up taking on the heartbeat and feeling of the things around us, what we're looking at, and just what's around us internally, outwardly, and we just take that on. And if we're waking up and going straight to work without having a routine or anything like that, we can wake up on the wrong side of the bed and be completely doomed the rest of the day. And it takes a lot of extra energy and mental things to pull ourselves back out of it and like press the restart button and start our day all over again. And sometimes we don't realize we're doing that until, I don't know, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And by the time that happens, it's towards the end of the day. You're trying to wind down, you're trying to, okay, you know what, I'm going to do better the next day. So she was just making this effort basically to remind us that, don't just go crash landing into your day. Take some time to, set yourself straight for the day. Take some time to have a routine. Take some time, maybe do some quiet time, some prayer, journaling, gratitude, things like that before we push the start button on our day and we just go with everything else going on around us. And she also reminded us just to take some mental check-ins with ourselves. So, if we are in the heartbeat of our day and everything that's around us is just kind of like gloomy, doomy, just very like, oh, this is not where I want to be right now. She kind of reminds ourselves to check in with that and then flip the script if we need to. Take time to reset, to check in with ourselves and, make the rest of the day positive if we're kind of in that little funk moment. So I just want to start off with that before we kind of get started on our power hour, because I just thought that was a really good reminder as we start the week. And I love that we have our calls on Monday nights just because it's a great way to start off the week. So a couple other things she talked about that I want to share with you guys because I thought was just so powerful was, on the weekends we really need to be purposeful in our rest. So I usually take Sundays to do like my little recharging and resting, but maybe you rest at some point every single day, and that's fine too. Like there is no right or wrong way to rest unless you are not resting. Right? Like we are not the type of people that go 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 go. We need to take a Sabbath. We need to take a day of rest. And that's a very biblical thing that I'm starting to understand and realize myself as a self-proclaimed workaholic. So there's three types of rest that she talks about, and the first one is mental rest. So she's talking about unplugging for an hour a day or just making Sundays your unplugged day. And it just helps you increase your energy and it helps with creativity. And I love that because I think so much of the time that we struggle with creativity. Sometimes we just go 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 so much that you kind of run out of batteries and you're like, well, I'm supposed to create this post today, or I'm supposed to help out with this or that. And then we're like brain dead because we haven't had a chance to kind of unplug for ourselves and take that mental rest. So that's number one, the mental rest. Number two is the physical rest. So she says if you're exercising a lot, this won't apply to you. But if you are exercising a lot, then this does apply to you. So endorphins make us happy. So you have to squeeze in time to work out your body, right? So even if you have to break it up during the day, like for instance, today, like I had so many meetings and so many things on my to-do list today that I didn't have time to work out on the Peloton for a half hour straight, but I was able to get in 10-minute increments of just getting on the bike and just pedaling it out for 10 minutes and jumping off and going back to my task, right? So I got my 30 minutes in, it was just broken up a little bit. So she just says to squeeze in some time to work out, whatever you need to do, go for a walk, lift some weights, do an online program, jump on the bike, do what you got to do. But if you're doing Brooke Hemingway's 6 for 6 workout, which I think is incredible, I love it. I need to get back into it myself. If you're doing her kind of workout challenge weekly, you need to take that one day to rest. There's a reason why Brooke doesn't do 7 for 7, right? She takes that one day to rest, whatever day it is, but she gets those 6 days of workouts in and rests on the 7th. So just be mindful of getting some physical rest in there as well, especially if you're working out your body. The third one is social rest. So you don't always have to be engaged. It's okay to step away from your phone. It's okay to, pull yourself out of a social situation just to like reset. For me personally, if you ever go to convention with me, if you ever go to leaders retreat with me, I take time to myself. I know everyone else is around me. I know there's parties to go to. I know that there's, bars to go to and other places to go to with everyone else, but I recharge by being by myself. I love people, but I also love spending time by myself. That's how I socially recharge myself. So you don't always have to be engaged. It's okay to be just with you and your thoughts, and just work responsibly and in a way where you can value the rest that you can give yourself. It's just very important as well that we teach our teams this, right? Whenever we have new ambassadors on board with us and there's like, I just want to go, go, go. I want to put you in all these 3-way messages. I want to be posting this, this, and this. And they're like ready to go, like, which is so exciting. But you also have to encourage them to, hey sis, put the phone down for a moment. You don't have to work on Sundays. I'm stepping away for the day. How about you step away as well? And we come back to this tomorrow, right? It's good to practice this with our teams as well as ourselves. So that is our little stint on purposeful rest. So we have the mental rest, the physical rest, and the social rest. So make some time to carve those into your week, your weekend, anything that you got to do, because guys, I'm going to say it's all month long. This month, it's all about managing our energy and managing it well. We are about halfway through the month already, which is insane. And how many of us feel like we're a little bit burnt out? Like we've done so much, there's so many tasks, there's so many things going on in our lives. I'm one of these people too, guys. Like I burn out very easily, and it's just my personality. I'm a workaholic, but I also burn the crap out big time. So it's just managing that energy, making sure we're drinking our water, making sure we're moving our body, making sure we're putting the phones away when we need to, filling our cups basically. So just don't forget to do that. So that's a lot in the first 10 minutes. Thank you for being here. But we have a couple of reminders going on here as well. So before we kind of dive into work tonight, we have our Easy Energy Challenge starting this week. We start on Wednesday. The group is up. The posts are getting scheduled. So I'm really excited for this challenge. We've never done something like this before. So I think it'll be really fun to invite all of our teams to. And hey guys, even if they're not getting a combo pack or system that's energy related, or they're not even ordering anything, invite them anyways, because I think it's really important that they start to learn more about how to better their mind and body, and just be more mindful of that. And they're going to learn more about some of our products. They're going to hear some stories. And I think it'll just be good for anyone. So of course we want them to be on an energy system. Like I'm always going to like go for that first, but even if they're not able to, just like, just come to the group anyways, just come anyways. It'll be a good time for 2 weeks, and it's just something you guys can do together. So that's the first thing. Easy Energy Challenge is first. And then on Wednesday, we have a Pink 15. So tonight, we won't have any invites to do for that. So make sure you carve time into your workday, maybe tomorrow or even Wednesday, to just invite to another Pink 15. It's going to be the exact same Pink 15. So please don't invite the same person that you did last weekend if they're in the group, because that would just be silly. So invite some new people to the Pink 15. It'll be a really good time. So who's ready to do some work now? We have about 45-ish minutes to get some things done. We have 6 tasks to do tonight. So we're going to break those up into 10-ish minute increments. But the first one I want to go over, actually, we'll probably only do this for 5 minutes because I just want to prep you for this one task so that you can do it maybe later this week when you have maybe some slow downtime, basically. So the first one we're going to do is customer thank you cards. This is something, and actually it can be for any level ones. It can be ambassadors or customers, any level ones. But this is something that I did a couple weeks ago for my customers, and it went over extremely well. And that's the only reason why I want to do this tonight is because the response was fantastic, and it's something that I personally don't do enough. So I want to pass along to you guys because I think it'd be extremely beneficial for you. But just writing your customer or level one a thank you card, like thank you for doing this with me. Thank you for loving on your products. Thank you for continuing to support my business month after month. I appreciate you so much. And whether you want to add in a little sample or not, I have a ton of the Starfruit Guava active, and I just been sending them a sample of that along with a little thank you note so they can try it because hint, hint, Starfruit Guava is going to be a permanent flavor, I believe, this month. So it's something that they can try, something that they can fall in love with. Maybe they already use active and they're used to the peach mango flavor, or maybe they've never tried active before because they're just a triplex user. And this could be a really cool way to add on active to their system. So let's take 5 minutes and just write out the names of people we want to write a thank you note to for this week. And then we'll just work on, getting those cards out this week. But guys, you can go to Dollar General and get little thank you cards or just note cards to write on. It doesn't have to be an expensive thing. You can even send them little Joyum samples, body cream samples. I mean, like you can send them anything or nothing at all. Even just a thank you note is just spectacular in itself. So I'm going to set my timer for 5 minutes and let's write down some names of people we can write thank you cards to. All right, guys, our little 5 minutes is up. So we're going to move on to task number 2. And task number 2 is just adding new Instagram friends or Facebook friends. So I don't know if everyone's on Instagram or not, but Instagram's the best way to find new people to talk to, make new connections. So is there anyone who's not on Instagram? Angie's not. Okay, no problem, Angie, because what you can do is for this, I'll just explain what we're going to do and then I'll show you what you can do as well. So we're adding new Instagram slash Facebook friends. We're following new people. So what we're going to do is look up 3 hashtags that you're interested in and find people to follow. So find something that's relative to you. Like if you're not a Disney freak, don't look up Disney freak people because you're gonna have nothing to talk about with them, right? Except for like, hello, new Cruella movie, cool, thumbs up. And like that's the gist of your conversation. So make sure that you are finding people that you can genuinely connect with and have a really deep, amazing conversation with down the road as you keep connecting with them and just find common ground with. So I'm gonna give us 10 minutes to find new Instagram friends. Angie, what you can do is go find new Facebook groups, or if you're in a Facebook group already, or a couple that you like because you're interested in that Facebook group, go connect with people in those groups. You know, comment back, reply to people, follow some people on Facebook, or add them as a friend, and just do it that way. So that's what we're going to do for 10 minutes, guys. And when we come back in 10 minutes, let's share how many people we were able to connect with, like via following or adding as a friend. So we'll do that for 10 minutes. All right, guys, we're moving on to our next task. So we're gonna spend 10 minutes on this one. It's basically just wishing people a happy birthday and offering them a sample. I will drop a script that you can use if you'd like, but I know I haven't done my birthdays yet today, and I think I missed at least Sundays birthdays, if not Saturdays. So I have to go back and wish a belated happy birthday to some people and offer them a sample. So if you do not have to do this and you've already done it, then go back to continuing to just engage with some new people on Instagram, find some new people to follow. Drop in the comments in the chat how many people you were able to connect with over the last 10 minutes. I want to see what we have going on here. Don't be shy. Carla, I added 4 new people, going to spend more time on this tomorrow. Awesome, awesome. It's always good to connect with new people and find people regularly, for sure. I followed 5 people so far. Good job, Cassie. Way to go. Awesome, awesome. How'd you do, Angie? Carla needs to clean up my follow. Some I had connected with before aren't doing it for me anymore. I understand that completely. Angie, I created an IG account but never used it, so I'm attempting to play with that. Awesome, awesome. Way to go. If you guys have people that you enjoy following, why don't we send that to Angie so she can have some awesome people to follow that give really good Instagram tips. Cassie, I think I see your wheels are turning. You're like, I know a few people that Angie can follow on here. So I'll drop those in the chat, Angie, so you can follow some people that are really good with Instagram. You'll learn a lot from them. So I love that. So, all right, guys, how about these next 10 minutes? We follow up on our birthday people and send some samples out to them and, wish them happy birthday, all of that. So we will do that. And I'll drop the script here in a moment. All right, guys. If you saw my message about doing this task for 5 minutes, just because I didn't realize it was like the second half of our hour already. So we're just going to move right along. And for the next 5 minutes, we're going to make a post. So if you have not posted about Plexus today, now is a great time to do it. I know the evening and night hours are great because people are just scrolling their phones and on the couch scrolling and bed scrolling, like they're doing all the scrolls right now. So if you need some inspiration on what you can post about, you can post about the opportunity. We just got paid not long ago. So you maybe talk about, what that paycheck means to you, what that paycheck covers for you, because so many people think like, oh, you have a cute little side gig. Oh, that's so sweet. You're so cute. You have a little side gig. It's like, no, like this is a money making business. Like the opportunity of the income that is like on the table is mind blowing. And people just don't realize that because they think it's like every other little side gig where they make little pennies for little posts. And it's like, no, dude, like you gotta see what this could really be for people. So, that's a really good way to make a post if you'd like, is just to, show what your paycheck covered, what that mean to you, things like that. So let's take 5 minutes just to create a post and get that posted. All right, guys, hope you're able to create a post. And if you haven't yet and need some extra time, you can do it after this little power hour. But I'm really excited to see those posts go up and go love on them here in a little bit. The next task we're doing, I know we only have like 15 minutes left, so we'll split our time pretty well and manage that very well. But this next one is going to require you to be in your virtual office. So if you need to go ahead and log in, go ahead and do that now. But basically, what we're going to be doing is going into our virtual office and looking for inactive people who haven't been ordering for 6 months or more. So these are people that have just fallen off the wagon, like they're just in no man's land and they're just kind of like sitting ducks in your reports, basically. So what we're going to be doing is re-recruiting them by just inviting them to come back to Plexus, basically. We have new products, we have new challenges, a new compensation plan, and just new tips to give them, because I'm sure even if you haven't been here all the longest, you've probably learned a lot of things since you first began Plexus. And maybe you didn't do it right the first time when you reach out to them. I know I've had so many learning opportunities, as I'm sure you have as well. So we're just going to be basically re-recruiting them. And if they say yes, you can actually have them deleted out of the system to sign up fresh and like brand new. So if you have people that you need to clear out, is what we kind of call it, just let me know and I can send you the form that they need to fill out to be cleared out and they can rejoin again. But I can send you guys some verbiage that can help you with this process. So just give me a moment, I can get that up for you. How about we focus just like 5 minutes on this, since we're going to be at the end of our power hour. And then if you need more time for that, maybe you can add that to your task list for tomorrow, or just continue to work on this after our power hour. So let me get this copy and pasted in there, and then I'll set my alarm for 5 minutes. All right, guys. So that's the end of our 5 minutes. I'm just seeing the chat here. Cassie, I don't think there is an easier way to look. But I know you know your team pretty well, so you probably kind of already have an idea of who might be, your super inactive people, or even if they have their AWH due. And for that, even I just kind of go to when they joined and just see their like view details of did they ever renew even? Because some people just have it and then I'm like, okay, like you're gone. So it does take some time to sort through. But I think that's the easiest way. I haven't figured out an easier way to do that yet either. Um, but I will ask around actually, see if there's any easy way for that. So let's move on to our last task. We have 5 minutes here. So we call this the green light challenge. So basically, this is just the people that are on Facebook right now that have the little green, like I'm active sign up on their profile. So basically, what you're doing is just chatting with people who's active on Facebook right now. You're just starting up a conversation with them. Maybe you go to their profile and you see a post that you resonate with and you just want to engage with them that way. So our goal is basically to chat with those people that are online right now and just take it to the DMs, not just commenting on their post or whatever. So we'll just see how many people we can go through in these last 5 minutes. So, all right, I'll start the timer now. All right, guys, that's the end of our power hour. Way to go through all the tasks. We did so much tonight within an hour. So I hope you guys got a lot of value out of it. I hope you guys got a lot of work done and feel very productive as we kind of head into the second week of the month. I know it's like, it's so crazy that we're almost halfway through the month already. Like it's really hard to like grasp that. So just keep being persistent, keep showing up to do the things, even when you don't feel like doing it. I was on a coaching call with Brooke Hemingway today, and that's something she talked about was just being disciplined. And that's really just doing the things we don't feel like doing and just doing it anyways, or even doing the things that we don't want to do. And when we don't feel like doing it, a lot of the times that's where we really struggle. So stay disciplined, stay the course. Harvest time is coming, and the harvest is a promise. And what we have to keep doing is just planting those seeds. So I'm really happy for you guys. I'm excited for you guys. And I'll see you guys in our little pod. Thanks again for being here, guys. I'll post the link here in a moment.